Oh, can I just share one more before we get started?
Well, let me just say, welcome everyone to Tuesday's Mastermind with the Achieve Systems. This is Kathy Riley coming here talking to you about unleashing your voice, whether it's your 30-second promotional or whether it's from stage to thousands of people. We will talk about how to use your voice. We were just talking about celebrations, and Miss Wendy, you have something to add.
Yeah, so Scott Easterday of our group started reading my book yesterday, and he said he absolutely couldn't put it down. He finished it all in one night and then left me a 5-star review on Amazon.
Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. And that's the thing so as authors, we need to go back to our individuals and make sure we get good reviews. My book's been out since 2019 and I'm still asking for reviews. So always ask for reviews. And if they don't have anything to say, just give me a 5-star review. That's just tell me you love it. Yeah. So always ask for reviews. So congratulations on that. Welcome, Miss Noelle. We were just going around real quick to talk about our celebrations. What are you celebrating this week?
I was actually just changing my background because I've made a new logo, a new company name, doing the DBA and new website and all that good stuff to build this new company.
Okay, so Start Smart, is that your new one?
It is.
Yes. Congratulations.
I like it.
So excited for you, girl. And here's the thing, when it comes to our businesses, we set our goals, right? Our goals are like the big ones, right? They're out there and we're working every day to get to that goal. And we need to remember to celebrate the steps, our accomplishments each day that's going to get us there. We don't celebrate when we get there. Okay, well, you can celebrate when you get there, but we need to be celebrating along the way and every little day, because you know, making efforts, that is what's going to get you to your goal. It's making the efforts. It's not the goal itself, it's the little efforts. You need to be happy and own and celebrate those little things every day, right?
Every day.
I got her a client today, Miss Noelle.
No,
you too?
I did.
I love that.
And we got Wendy's email fixed, I think.
Hopefully. I haven't tested it out yet, but I'm hoping.
It'll get fixed. It'll get fixed. Just put it out there.
Yep.
This morning I was being interviewed on Eva's show, the
Yes.
Rock Stars, and we were going to record it this morning. So part of what you do as a speaker is you have to roll with it because things happen. And we couldn't get her speakers and my sound to work together at the same time without an echo. Everything we would do would either, there's no echo, then we couldn't hear each other. And it was round and round. It took us over an hour to figure it out. So we ended up going live. So here's the thing, it's just those kind of things happen when you're a speaker. They just happen. You've got to roll with it and keep smiling. And we were joking that thankfully we didn't go live because we were cracking ourselves up the whole time. You've just got to, again, celebrate the small stuff. When we were able to finally get it, we were like, yes, now we're going to go live. So we ended up going live instead of doing a recording, but we roll with it. So thank you guys for coming here. I am excited to talk to you a little bit about your target market or your audience. You know, when it comes to using your voice, speaking, giving 30-second promotionals, when you're talking about you, your business, and your services, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to, and does it make sense? Have you done the work to figure out who is your ideal client? And if you haven't, I invite you to do that. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the things you should think about when it comes to that. But first, you know, why is it important to know who your ideal client is, who your ideal audience, who your target market is? And, you know, we have amazing services. You have such amazing services that you offer. if you're talking about it, are they landing on a deaf ear? Or are they actually being absorbed by your audience? Because your services matter. But you need to be speaking to the people who are actually going to benefit from what you offer. Speaking is, I love individuals. There's so many people out there that will speak and speak and speak and speak, but if you're not doing it for free. If you're doing it for free, we need a really long talk. But every time you open your mouth, whether it's on social media, whether it's in a networking group, when you're taking the time, you need to have the right words that are landing to your target audience. Otherwise, you are wasting your breath, your time, your energy. And I don't know about you, but I've only got 24 hours in a day, every day. And my time is precious. So understanding that you need to value your time so that your words are landing on the right people. Does that make sense?
Oh,
I mean, who wants to lose money? Me neither. Who wants to make money? Yes. So knowing your target audience, knowing how to speak to the people that are in front of you and making sure that they're the right people, that's how you're going to make money, my friends. So it's important that when we identify your target market and your target audience. So one of the things that we can do to hone in on this is think about who actually benefits from your services. You know, first of all, do you know your services? What exactly are you offering? Have you packaged that nicely? Is it coaching? Is it, your book? Is it a program? What is that? Okay. And is it packaged? Who does it serve? Who loves to do who needs what you have to offer? Who needs you? And don't you ever say anybody, everyone. That's not, you've got to think a little clearer. So who benefits from your services? You can really brainstorm that idea on what you do. So, Dan, just I'm picking on you just because I don't know you. So I would love to hear, like, what services do you offer? Who's your ideal client?
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that because I was just writing down. I don't know why I can never figure this out. I hate this topic. I hate it so much. So this was a good one. Yeah, because that's kind of where I've fallen a lot of times, is that I do help a lot of different people. I have people in the fitness niche. I have people who are solopreneurs and food service industries, all kinds of different stuff.
Right.
So yeah, it's a good topic for me.
But who's your favorite person to work with?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, Miss Serena.
I have a question for you, Dan. I don't know what you do, so I'm just curious what it is that you do.
Yeah, so I am, for all intents and purposes, a software developer.
Okay, what do you?
That's about as niche as I can get, right?
Okay.
So I do apps, software. I've done chiropractor software, fitness software, admin panel stuff, dashboards, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, well, you clearly need to work with entrepreneurs, business individuals. You're not looking for, a mom or a dad or that kind of thing. You're looking for entrepreneurs. Well, there's the start.
Okay.
Is target market being an entrepreneur. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, so that's where we're starting. Well, thank you for sharing that, and appreciate you allowing me to pick on you a little bit. Miss Wendy.
Yeah, can we help him narrow that down a little bit? How about entrepreneurs that need to track their leads?
So let's get through this and then we'll come back to it. Does that make sense? All right, thank you. Thank you for the grace. But identifying who needs your benefits is the first, and then learn more about your market. And this is where I say, go to your current clients and ask them, where did they find you? What do they like about you? What were the benefits that they found from working with you? And start making a list that really identifies the perks, the benefits, the results that you've brought. Ask them, what would you like? What could you see that we improve? A typical question, I love asking this question for my customers. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being awful, 10 being absolutely perfect, where would you rate our experience? You know, and usually I get like a 7 or an 8 or something like that. And then I ask them, what would it take to go from a 7 to a 10? And I actually do this in my personal life too. I've done it with my daughter. It's a great tool. But then ask them, what would it take to go from a 7 to a 10? And then shut up and write everything down. And just listen to their experience. Does that make sense? Okay. The other thing is, look at your competitors. Who's doing what you do? And where are they serving? Where's their audience? Where do you see them playing? It's good to know people who are in your field and what they're doing. I don't say compare and despair, right? You're not comparing yourself to them. Learn from them. I always want to be the dumbest one in the room. I really, really do. So I love hanging out with other speakers, other people who are, you know, they're striving to make $1 million. Okay, those are my people. Those are my entrepreneurs. I always want to be hanging out with them and paying attention to what are they doing? Where are they playing? Are they utilizing social media channels? If so, which ones? What are successful? So what are they doing? And then once you identify, okay, these are the things that they're doing, what applies to you and what do you want to do? Maybe pick one thing and start implementing it. Does that make sense? Was that helpful? Awesome. And then start really coming up with, shoot, what do they call it? Now I'm blanking on the words. Icon is what popped up. It's not an icon. It's an avatar. Your client avatar. Icon, avatar, tomato. So what is your client avatar? Think about age, okay, sex, income. Where do they hang out geographically? What do they do for a living? Do they have kids? Who's in their household? Education level. And start really thinking about all of those little things that deeply identify your avatar. Even go down to like religious beliefs, if that applies to you. Personal values, their business values, their lifestyle choices, all of these little things. Start asking yourself, who is it? What do they look like? Where do they go? So once you can get all that stuff, and this takes some time, and I got to tell you, it takes time and it also evolves. So your target market, your target audience today is different. 5 years ago, I was really, really focused on speaking to moms. Today, I mean, because moms, my story with moms using their voices asking for help is where I focused. Today, I really focus on individuals in the business, right? Entrepreneurs or corporate individuals, and use their voice to not just ask for help, but also get on stage. Completely different avatar for me in 5 years. Yes, absolutely, Miss Beatrice. She said it also changes because of life events. So this is something I suggest you do on a regular basis. And at this point, let's go around. Okay, was this all helpful? Was there anything in this that you didn't know already? No, you probably knew all of this. But it's good to go through it again and identify. We need to be reminded of it, and we need to revisit it all the time. Because especially as you guys, I don't want to see you wasting your breath. If you are networking in the wrong place, you're wasting your breath. You are losing money. It is costing you. You need to be speaking to the right people who are going to be your ideal client. Okay? So I don't want to see you wasting your time. I want your voice to matter. I want every time you open your mouth, your voice to matter. So let's go around. Who can say they know who their target audience is right now? All right, Liz, you popped up. Liz, tell us who your target audience is right now.
Our current target audience is military families who have a deployed family member, and they have small children between the ages of 3 and 8.
Nice. That's very specific. I love it. Now, that doesn't mean to say you can't help other people, but this is where your focus goes, and energy flows where focus goes. Okay, so that's why when you say, you know, my target market is anyone, you're not gonna create that energy and that connection and that rapport. You're not gonna create that attraction for them to come to you when you say you help everybody. By niching down and getting specific, you're gonna create that attraction. You're gonna stay focused on what your ultimate goal is in your target market. So thank you, Liz, for sharing. Who else has an ideal client market that they know? Okay, Wendy.
Right, so I have two. I have the entrepreneurs that are wasting their resources and need help in navigating that so that they can build a 6, 7 or higher 7 business, right? And then I also have people that are contemplating currently in the middle of or post-divorce trauma.
Okay. Is there one that you really want to focus on right now?
I tend to be focusing on the entrepreneurs right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fair-
but I've also got like the seminar, the divorce seminar and all that stuff coming up. So it's kind of both.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, Miss Beatrice, talk to me.
I have two groups that I'm focusing on right now. One was because of life circumstances, and that's those people who have lost a loved one through death. And the other is from the writing, those who really want to get their books written and get them out of their heads and into the public place.
I love that. So, and I can see, you know, you guys, especially when you have two, that you have two different target markets, two different audiences. So you talk about your services differently on each one. And I love that. And I wouldn't recommend really having more than two. When you start diversifying too much, people get really confused. And a confused buyer doesn't buy. A confused listener doesn't shop. They don't want you, but we want the cash register to ring. So love that. Noelle.
Small business startups. The small business owners that are starting up and need digital services.
So, because we're talking about working together. Now, I'm a small business, but I'm not a startup. So I invite you to maybe
Rebranding. I mean, but the majority, I think, are going to be those newer companies. But when you're rebranding or evaluating change, growth, and I'm actually working with Leela right now and moving her whole site over, and she's not a startup either. And it's just it's a smart financial decision to
Gotcha.
change.
Okay, so but if you're going to focus on the new business startups, I love that. So like I said, your niche, you can change at any given time, but having that focus. All right, thank you, Miss Noelle. Serena, did you have something?
Well, Liz and I are on the same page as far as being as specific as we can with military families.
Okay, I love it. Thank you. And then Noah, thank you for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome. How
Who's
are you
your
doing?
target market?
My target market is females. I'm with the health and wellness company Isogenics. So females from about 30 to 50. that want to obviously get healthier or that are looking for to re-enter the workforce.
I love it. Thank you. Thank
You're
you for
welcome.
sharing and welcome. I think this is the first time you're hopping on the call.
I've been on a few times here and there, just
Okay.
depends on what my schedule's like.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you. All right. And then did everybody go but Dan? All right, let's talk to Dan a little bit here. Let's see if we can help Dan. When you talk about software, like, okay, so your apps, essentially creating apps for business owners, right?
So I came up with this while everyone was going through. So
Okay.
female entrepreneurs who need to automate their business and create a specific solution through software, but aren't technically inclined or too busy to build it on their own.
I love it. You could probably make it a little bit smaller. So say it again one more time.
Female entrepreneurs who need to automate their business and create a specific solution through the means of software, but aren't technically inclined.
I think you could stop it at build a software solution, or a phrase back
Okay.
I would run that through Chat GPT.
as an option as well.
Yeah.
That's
And-
always good to get some new perspective.
But female entrepreneurs who want to, what did you say there again?
Automate.
Automate
Yes.
their systems, but don't know how and don't care. They
Yeah.
want somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
Because
Or
that's
don't have time.
Yeah.
it's entrepreneurs. I mean, there's lots of stuff we want to do, but we don't need to know how. They don't know how to do it, and they don't want to know how to do it. I do it for them.
Right.
So, and that starts getting playful with that. Could start a whole dialogue, because you remember with your like your 30 seconds when you talk about the results that you bring, you don't want to tell them everything that you do. You want it to create a dialogue. So I love that. Look at that, female entrepreneurs. Okay, now we can hone it down to a little bit more of okay, so they've been in their business 3 to 5 years or around 5 years. So they're new, but newish. And just start paring it down. Okay, where do they go? Where do they hang out? That's where we find our audiences. So if you've got a female entrepreneur, where do female entrepreneurs hang out?
Got me. Facebook? I have no
I say
idea.
at home with the kids.
Networking events, maybe?
Networking events. Women
Chamber-
empowerment. There's lots of women empowerment conferences, workshops, things like that. There's organizations. I'm part of Colorado Business Women and eWomen Network. eWomen Network, I believe, is in Pittsburgh. So those are women entrepreneurs. So you could even just Google women in business in your city.
Yeah.
And see what pops up.
The guest that you brought to university last week, the CFO, I forget her name.
Gina.
Yeah. Places wherever she would hang out is wherever he needs to be.
Exactly. He's in Pittsburgh.
Right. But those types of places, or even those types of connections.
Right. So I would just Google women in business in your local area, get on Meetup and hang out there.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
All right. You guys, was this helpful?
Super.
Reinforcing what you already know, but it's as we change, we're doing the second half of the year. It's time to really get focused, because I know we have a lot of goals for 2023. And now it's the time to really get focused so that we can accomplish all our goals. And every time you use your voice, every time you open your mouth, whether it's on social media or whether it's in person, you need to be doing that to benefit you and to make the cash register ring, not just to hear yourself talk. All right. Any other questions? Any other comments? Anything from the peanut gallery? You got anything? All right, my friends. It was great to hang out with you. If there's anything that you need from me between now and the next time we meet, feel free to reach out to me, text, email, whatever. I am here for you to help you unleash your voice. Thanks, friends.
I